Hey everyone, welcome back to Philosophy 101. In today's video, we'll be talking about forgiveness. So, throughout our life, there will be a situation where you have to forgive someone or where you have to seek forgiveness from someone. These two situations are inevitable, okay? So, today's video will be focusing on seeking forgiveness and the whole concept of forgiving someone. First of all, when we're seeking forgiveness, there is three different aspects to it. So before we actually seek forgiveness, it's always important to be aware that what we have done has hurt this person. And secondly, it's important to convey sincere apology. So if you genuinely want to apologize for what we've done, it's always important to convey sincere apology. The words "I'm sorry" have been reused over and over again that we barely know the meaning of it anymore. Now, when you actually apologize to someone, a good thing to be aware of is their apology language. So there are 5 different apology languages. I will do a separate video on this. It's good to be aware of their apology language and to be aware of your apology language so that you can apologize appropriately. Now, a common thing that a lot of people do is they tend to over-explain themselves when they're trying to apologize to someone. This is actually a coping mechanism that stems from deep-seated fears of losing someone they love. So a good way to avoid it would, first of all, is to be aware of it, is to be aware that we do it. And secondly, it's important to plan out what you're gonna say when you apologize to this person, so that whatever you want to tell this person has already been out there and you won't have to tell them something that you don't want to. And this is a common misconception after someone asks for forgiveness. We are not entitled to forgiveness. So if we ask someone to forgive us, we are not entitled for them to forgive us right away. They forgive us when they're ready to, or they may never want to forgive us either. Okay, so it's always good to accept that you may never be forgiven, and also to accept that we are not entitled to that forgiveness. The best that we can do is to ask for forgiveness and to repent our mistakes. Now, we're coming to forgiving itself. When someone has done something to us and we have to forgive them, how do we go about that? So a common analogy that's used when we hold a grudge or when we don't forgive someone is holding a glass of water in your hand. Hold it for 5 minutes, you don't feel anything. Hold it for an hour, it's gonna hurt. But to me, holding a grudge or not forgiving someone is like a hook. It literally tears through our skin, okay, and it prevents us from moving forward, or every time we try to move forward, it causes immense pain. Even the sweetest memories that give us so much happiness somehow ends off on a bitter note, because this bitter memory is tainting these beautiful memories. And I say that when we don't forgive someone or when we hold grudges, we choose to be attached to those bitter memories. We choose to allow those bitter feelings to taint those beautiful memories. Now we hear this often. Forgive and forget. Just do it. You're gonna feel much better if you forgive someone. Just do it. But how? I feel like no one ever teaches you how to forgive someone because someone has wronged us. The only way that we can go about it is to feel bitter about it. No one has ever taught us how to forgive. Or what is it to even forgive someone? Recently, I watched a TED Talk where this speaker just outlines this beautiful video about forgiveness after her family were actually murdered by someone she knew. And in that video, she said that people forgive for 3 reasons. First of all, if you forgive someone quickly, you're a good person. Forgiving someone is a shortcut to healing. And thirdly, we feel this pressure to forgive. But unfortunately, none of these reasons actually suffice to forgive someone. Because forgiveness, as much as it's that tool to freedom, it's still the hardest thing to do. There is no shortcut to forgiveness. So why do we forgive? We forgive to be free. To be free from those bitter memories that are attached or that cling on to our beautiful memories. We forgive to be free from anything that holds us back from moving forward. We forgive to liberate ourselves from the hurt and the pain that's caused by these memories. So how do we forgive someone? So what we do is we look at this person, or we write a letter to them. Completely up to you. I know what you did. It is not okay, but you are more than that. And I don't want us to be kept captive by this mistake. To forgive is to make that conscious choice to break that connection between you and that bitter memory. Often or not, this is something that I do as well. We tend to reflect on old mistakes that we've done, something that we did years ago, and we feel bad for it even today. Repenting for your mistakes is a natural process of human life, but preventing ourselves from moving forward because of our past mistakes, that is the problem. We are all humans, we all make mistakes at some point in our life, and that's the only way we learn. That's how we're wired to grow. But why let a mistake that we did in the past, when we were less wise, we were more mischievous, why let that mistake define who we are today? Why let that mistake define what we do today? Or why let that mistake define how we see people today? So what I wanted to do is to look at yourself and tell yourself, I know what you did, it is not okay, but you are more than that. And I don't want us to be kept captive by this mistake. Show that compassion and empathy towards yourself when you reflect on those mistakes that you've made. A lot of people make mistakes that they don't reflect on. The fact that you're reflecting on it and it still hurts today shows that you're a good person. So use that opportunity to forgive yourself. The only way we can move forward is to not judge ourselves for our past mistakes, to not boil down who we are to those mistakes. We are a whole person. Our mistakes are just a part of us, and that part has actually contributed to our growth. So let's not diss that part. So why do we forgive? We forgive ourselves to liberate our present from our past. Thank you so much for listening, you guys. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye!